Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is Explore Yourself, Banking and General Knowledge, etc. Today I am going to describe about public sector banks' record historic performance in financial year 2025-2026. Introductions. Public sector banks have reportedly delivered a strong and historic financial performance during financial year 2025-26, reflecting improvements in asset quality, profitability, deposits, advances, and overall business growth. According to the information shared on a government website, the performance highlights indicate stronger balance sheets and sustained growth across several important banking sectors. The data shown in as of 31st March 2026 and presents an overall picture of the progress achieved by public sector banks during the financial year. Gross NPAs fall to a historic low. One of the most significant achievements is the decline in gross non-performing assets or gross NPAs to 1.9%. This is highlighted as historic low and indicates a considerable improvement in the quality of bank assets. Lower gross NPAs generally reflect better recovery efforts, improved credit management, and a reduction in stressed assets. For the banking sector, maintaining asset quality at such levels can strengthen confidence and provide a healthier foundations for future credit growth. Highest ever net profit. Public sector banks also recorded their highest ever aggregate net profit of rupees 1.98 lakh crore during financial year 2025-2026. According to the information displayed, this figure represents a major milestone for the sector and indicates improved profitability across public sector banks. Stronger profits can contribute to better capital positions, greater financial resilience, and the ability of banks to support further lending and economic activity. Aggregate business reaches rupees 283.3 lakh crore. The aggregate business of public sector banks reached rupees 283.3 lakh crore. This figure represents the combined scale of banking business and demonstrates the enormous role played by public sector banks in India's financial system. The expansion of aggregate business reflects the continued importance of these banks in mobilizing deposits, providing credit and supporting households, businesses, and various sectors of the economy. Total deposits of at rupees 156.3 lakh crore. The information further shows that the total deposits of public sector banks stood at rupees 156.3 lakh crore. Deposits remains a fundamental source of funds for banks, enabling them to extend loans and advances to different segments of the economy. The substantial deposits base therefore highlights the continuing role of public sector banks in collecting savings from customers and channelizing these resources towards productive economic activities. Total loans and advances at rupees 127 lakh crore. Public sector banks reported total loans and advances of rupees 127 lakh crore. This indicates the significant scale at which these institutions are providing credit to individuals, businesses, agricultural, and other economic activities. Credit expansion is an important component of economic development because adequate and timely finance can support consumption, investment, entrepreneurship, infrastructure, and employment. Strong credit growth in retail loans. Retail loans recorded 19.8% year-on-year growth, making this one of the strongest growth areas highlighted in the information. Retail lending covers various forms of credit provided to individual customers. The substantial growth suggests continued demand for personal and household related credit, and it demonstrates the important role of public sector banks in meeting the financial requirements of individual borrowers. MSME loans grow by 19.6%. Loans to the micro, small, and medium enterprises sector grew by 19.6% year-on-year. MSMEs are an important part of the Indian economy and contribute significantly to employment, entrepreneurship, and economic activity. Strong credit growth in this segment can help businesses expand their operations, purchase equipment, manage working capital, and create additional economic opportunities. Agriculture and allied activities credit growth. Credit to agriculture and allied activities increased by 16.2% year-on-year. This reflects continued lending support to the agriculture sector and related activities. Adequate institutional credit is important for farmers and allied businesses because it can help meet requirements related to cultivation, equipment, livestock, fisheries, and other agricultural activities. Infrastructure loans saw 4.9% growth. Infrastructure loans recorded 4.9% year-on-year growth, with the information specifically stating that this figure pertains to the industry sector only. Although the growth rate is lower than that recorded in retail, MSME, and agriculture-related lending, infrastructure and industrial financing remains an important component of long-term economic development. Financing in this area can support investment and expansions in productive capacity. Stronger balance sheets and sustained growth. Taken together, the figures point towards two important themes: stronger balance sheets and sustained growth. The combination of lower gross NPAs, record profitability, a large deposit base, substantial loans and advances, and strong credit growth across key sectors suggests that public sector banks have strengthened their financial positions while continuing to expand their lending activities. Conclusions. The reported performance of public sector banks during financial year 2025-2026 represents an important development for the Indian banking sector. A 1.9% gross NP level and rupees 1.98 lakh crore record net profit and rupees 283.3 lakh crore aggregate business, rupees 156.3 lakh crore deposits and rupees 127 lakh crore loans and advances together present a significant picture of the sector's scale and financial performance. At the same time, strong year-on-year credit growth in retail loans, MSMEs, agricultural, and allied activities shows that banks continue to support different segments of the economy. Overall, the information indicates a banking sector that is focusing on asset quality, profitability, financial strength, and sustained credit expansion. Disclaimer: this content has been prepared based on information obtained from a website. The figures and statements are reproduced for general information and awareness purposes only. Readers are advised to refer to the concerned official website and original publications for complete details, methodology, updates, and any subsequent revisions. This content should not be considered financial, investment, or professional advice. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, subscribe, and share.